So today I explored the city of Bergen, Norway, which is on Norway's west coast. And the city has about a population of 300,000. And the climate is very wet, to say the least. It's There's like seems to be a constant fog over the city, and I think it's like one of the cloudiest cities in Europe, if not the world. But overall, I did a walking tour, and I kind of got my eyes opened and ears opened up to a couple local composers from Bergen. The first one's Ole Bull, and the second is named Edvard Grieg. So they both the first one was a violinist, and the second one is mainly a pianist, but they also like wrote and composed music, and it's more classical style music, but they are well known and they had a huge impact on their city. And also I got to learn about the Hanseatic League and how that shaped Bergen into the city it is today. It became like a trading post during the Middle Ages and continue to be a trading post in modern times. Not under the Hanseatic League, but in its own right as part of Norway and the different governments of Scandinavia. I also got to try some of the local food and see how that has changed in modern times, all the different types of food that's now available to the people of Bergen. But I also got to try some like local food, or got to see some of the local food made, such as like the reindeer and the different restaurants that serve whale and such. I did get to try a local hot dog, you'll see that, and I think once I'm done traveling, I will do a video talking about how it stacks up to the other Scandinavian countries. But if you've been watching my videos, please like, share, subscribe, and tell people about my travels. I've been traveling all over Europe for this past summer, and I will be continuing doing so for the next month. So if you appreciate my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Alright, so if you're not familiar with Norwegian food, they have like this interesting brown cheese, which looks I've never seen this color before. It's actually really nice. And they have this stuff that comes in like tubes, but it's also like, it's like fish paste, and they have one that's like bacon paste. They have like 3 different flavors. Those are the 2 I really noticed, but I want to taste it. Alright, let's see. Wow, that's interesting. It's actually kind of nice. But yeah, like Europe, they kind of do like I don't know, like their cold cuts and like salad stuff in the morning. They don't really do like bacon and eggs and pancakes and stuff like that like they do in the US. So this is kind of like a typical all-you-can-eat European breakfast, I guess. I mean, besides the paste and the cheese there, but the rest, the cold cuts and the other cheese and salad is like typical. All right, so here's my hostel, and it's nice and foggy today. It looks like, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. It's like weird. The fog looks different in the camera, but you zoom out a bit, you can see how foggy it is. It's actually kind of nice. I don't know. I kind of enjoying this. Nice and cool. Because I think when I start heading south, it's gonna start getting hot. So I'm just gonna enjoy this cool weather here. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, that bacon paste is actually kind of nice. I could see like adding it onto like a sandwich or something like that. If you put it like on like a ham sandwich or like a turkey sandwich, I think it'd be really nice. Like it's like a thin layer. And yeah, the what was the other thing that was kind of funny? The cheese was actually pretty nice too. It had like I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's kind of like Gouda. I don't know. I'll have to look at like taste it again. Maybe I'll try some later. The Norwegian brown cheese, but no, it is good. You need to try it when you come here. All right, so I'm on the bus now, and I'm headed to the center part of Bergen. So today I'm doing a historical walking tour. just to say that I did something in Bergen, because really I just have like a today's kind of like a rest day for me more than anything. So definitely want to see a little bit of something. I guess I could have done it like just basically left again this morning, but I don't think I had the energy in me to get that done. So I need like one rest day here because that train ride is going to be pretty rough tomorrow. It's basically the same thing I just did, but in reverse plus like another 6 hours on top of it. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, here's Bergen. Look how beautiful it is, right? Look, you can see everything. No, it's like shrouded in fog right now, which is kind of interesting. Just different climate, right? We're having some sort of like ceremony here today. I don't know if it's like a military thing or like a kid. Seem like younger kids here. All right, we're gonna start our tour here at this monument. Looks like it's honoring the people who probably died at sea and built the city. But here is Bergen. See all the clouds over there. People living up on the hill. Bus network in the city is pretty good, and they also have like a tram too. So the statue's pretty intense. It's like they have like the whalers up on top, killing the whale. Like that must have been, I don't know. It's crazy to think people used to do that back in the day. So dangerous. People that made the money. So I get another view of this ceremony of sorts. I think it's the start of like a festival here in Bergen, like a local town. Når vi skal dømme i konkurransene, så er det 5 kriterier man skal bedømme. Det første det er alminnelig stil. So this side depicts the 10th century, and this is like the 19th and 18th or 18th century here. And it kind of depicts like an expedition sent out to Greenland to Christianize the Nordic settlers there because they were not practicing Christianity properly, I guess. And yeah, here's some of the depiction of the sailors and like their captain and the discrepancy in class and culture of the wealthy and poor people. Yeah, so this side depicts what the Vikings actually look like. So they didn't have the horned helmets like they have in like the cartoons and stuff. And this also shows their first contact in the Americas with the native people in their ships, and then the contact below. So it turns out this is like a ceremony for like the local marching bands, kind of culmination of the end of their studies of music for the year. I don't know for the year or just in general, but yeah, it's kind of cool. They're continuing their musical traditions here in Norway for the next generation. So this is the theater here in Bergen. It's a design from like the 1920s. It was Art Nouveau, and they have depictions of like famous playwrights throughout time. On the right there is like William Shakespeare, and I need to look up the other two guys. She just mentioned their names, local people, local Norwegian people. And beyond there, though, there's like a Gestapo museum. So the Nazis occupied Bergen during World War II, and sadly, like the Jewish population was sent out to the camp. So it's kind of awful history in that regard. So it's kind of like a fancier restaurant. Um, and if you have like a desire to try some reindeer meat, this is the place to have a reindeer meal. All right, here's one great composer and benefactor of the city. I'll get his name down later because I'll have to look him up and get more information on him. Oh wow, this is like a really beautiful shot here. Might get a little bit of sunlight today. Clouds may be parting. But I like the clouds actually. It's nice and cool. Yeah, look at this plaza here. It's like pretty crazy. So this is the Coda. It's like a art museum here. So there's multiple art museums in this city. This building was made in like the 1860s, and like this entire area was once part of the city, and it kind of like burnt down. So, as in Nordic tradition, Scandinavian tradition, the city has burnt down many a times until modern times when they started building stuff out of like non-flammable materials such as stone and concrete. So less burning of cities in the 20th century, I suppose, 19th and 20th centuries. But before that, it was just like crazy amounts of fires. And this whole area was burned down, and they just left it an open area and turned it into a park. So, like, I think it was burnt down in the 1850s. They made a little square and all the nice stuff you see around here. And I guess this pond was originally part of the fjord. They had reclaimed it and they built over on top of it. But then after it burnt down, they just like, I guess they removed all the stuff and it just became like a pond again. And yeah, it's like kind of a naturally like low area. So this building here is the oldest town hall, still standing. It was built in like the I think 15th or 16th century, and the only reason why it's still around is because it's made of stone instead of wood. Ironically, they transferred the town hall to a wooden building, a more magnificent one, over over beyond those buildings, and that one burned down. But this one still stands, so go figure. Yeah, I can see like the kids marching like way over there. I don't know. I'll kind of check it out for a second. I'm gonna go off tour for just a minute. See some of the young guys there. Man, there's only like a few of them, and they're pretty loud. There's some of those traditional costumes here. All right, here's some more traditional outfits of Bergen. And most people wear these when they get married or on like official holidays, like on National Day. And they cost like some of the women's cost about $10,000. So those outfits are pretty pricey, and they're kind of family like family heirlooms. This is the old like stock exchange, and it became a posh hotel now. And it has like nice like frescoes and stuff inside of it. And this was once a wealthy bank, and it's now repurposed to become a hotel as well. So, and Opus 16 is reference to Edvard Grieg. He's like a famous composer from here in Bergen. One of his works. Just another street scene here on the tour. Yeah, Bergen's pretty. Over the weather today, though, it's nice and cool. So this walking street was where all the shoemakers used to operate. I think these are like imitation of the style of where they'd work out on the street and like get you sized up and start making boots for you. So yeah, it's a nice walking area. Like today, it's filled with international restaurants. So if you want to try Thai food, pizza, a bunch of different types of food here. There's just food from all over the world down the street. It's written in the side of the presence of this church. This church is called Koshiken, or the Church of the Holy Cross, and it's one of the surviving medieval churches we had in town. In the beginning, so this is a reconstruction of one of the old medieval churches, which burnt down over the centuries. But yeah, they had to rebuild that, like much of the city, multiple times, it sounds like. So this is the oldest restaurant here in Bergen, and yeah, this whole area is just full of like old restaurants with. This one has like a wine cellar below. Yeah, and look how like narrow the streets are here. So it's like if the city was built like this back in the day, look at how narrow this little alley is. Yeah, like it's definitely susceptible to fire for sure. All right, so this used to be the fish market. Now it's kind of just like farmers market type situation, but it's more touristic. Man, you could try some of the all kinds of wild meat here. They got wild deer, moose. Man, look at this. Dad would love this. You have a disco. I think it might be made in the States. But yeah, you could buy some like moose burgers probably. Yeah, it's just a lot of fish and sausages and our tour guide is saying it's kind of difficult to be here in Norway if you're a vegetarian because it seems to be like a very meat oriented society and like all the main dishes are basically centered on meat. But this is the port here. As you can see, there's the cruise ship. But yeah, there's a lot of stalls today, that's for sure. Maybe I'll make my way. I got like a 10-minute break. Yeah, it's pretty cool to be near the water here. I think to get out to the open ocean, it's at least like 50 miles from here. So it's like really well protected bay here in this fjord. Like you see some of the fish there, the jams, some sausages there, some more fish plates. For these little guys, look, it's funny, little Norwegian trolls. But I guess these are some of the sweaters here. Actually, look really nice. Maybe I might try to get one. They said get a used one. I mean, there's some for about I don't know how much 7.99 is like 800. No, it's like no, it'd be like 80. I don't know. It's not that bad. So this restaurant here, actually, if you're interested in trying some whale out, you could eat some whale here. It's one of the older, if not oldest, restaurants here. I thought the other one was old. She said the other one was oldest, but I guess that one might be. I'm not quite sure. Either way, that one has whale, so try the whale, I guess. I've tried it before, and it's just not my thing. I don't know. Cool. This is how it used to feel like back in the day, probably like how the neighborhoods.
She has a picture actually. Liv, you have a picture of the old version of this alleyway. Yeah. You can see it's the same alleyway that is like
Oh
right
wow!
here in front. So it's like
So people are actually like working and living
Guys,
here.
can you stay against the walls, please, so we don't block the passage?
Yeah, no wonder why these places used to burn down all the time. It's all wood, just like one errant fire. So this is where it burned down in the 50s.
And some of them have a rope with a hoist. We hoist it up
See that again. So most of this area is like reconstructed, the place we just walked through. But this is like one of the original buildings that escaped the fire in the 50s. And this one is also an original building, but it's made out of stone, and it was used as kind of a place to store valuables such as documents, jewels, money, etc. Now they think they use it as like a school building. It's pretty cool. So the area that we just walked through, I've been showing you, is called Bergen, and it's a place where German traders established as kind of like a trade zone for them to store like goods and stuff that they would take back to different ports across the northern Europe. Essentially, is a group of German traders called the Hanseatic League. So it was a variety of cities scattered across like northern Europe. from Hamburg to Bremen, Germany, all the way to the Baltic countries, such as like Riga, and here in Norway as well. Right, here's some of the foundations of some of the old storage buildings here. And this is the Bergen Museum. So if you're interested in learning more, this is the place to go. I don't have enough time. I only scheduled a day here. So yeah, I need to come back and just spend a day looking at all the different art museums, taking some culture here, maybe see a play or something. Or this place has like a lot more things to it than I expected, honestly. I think I just came here as like a day of R&R from the train journey across the country. And there's just a lot more to see in Bergen. So that white building over there is dedicated to the resistance to the Nazi occupation of Norway. And it's free to the public, so I don't know, maybe if I have like a few extra minutes, I might go in there, check it out. All right, wow. Look at these walls here. So we're at the other end of Brygge. This is the fortress that used to protect the trading zone. This is where all the military might would protect all the German money. Oh wow, there's like some sort of carnival here, so it's kind of funny. So I guess this building actually has like a pretty interesting history. It's kind of like built, renovated. It was used as like a royal palace for a while. And yeah, so I was kind of, well, I don't know if it's necessarily wrong initially, but still protected. Like their money maker here, which is like the trade zone for sure. It was kind of interesting. One of the old Norwegian kings used to live there for a bit. Wow, let's see the ships. Yeah, so it sounded like this place got pretty badly damaged during World War II with German explosives, Allied retaliation, and sabotage by local people. But I guess like a German ship exploded and wiped out this whole area, damaging everything. It's kind of sad, like how much history gets destroyed by just stupid war. I was hoping this museum is free, but it's like about $15. So I guess I'm gonna skip that. Let's go to the Troll Museum. So this is one of the oldest churches here in Bergen. It was built between 1130 and 1170, and it's originally a Catholic church, but after the Protestant Reformation, it became a Protestant church, and it's mainly frequented by like the German traders in this area. We're currently in the Bergen neighborhood, and currently the church is being used by the Anglican Church, so they have actually church services in English. So if you're interested in going to church here, going to attend the mass, you could do it in English. Here's a side view of the church. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of like rebuilt over the course of the centuries, because so many fires. Fires would affect everything, essentially. And I'm going back to the Bergen area, trading area. Yeah, today seems to be marching day. It's kind of interesting. right, so I'm gonna start making my way back, but here is what it probably felt like to be in like this area, or like what houses felt like back then. Just look at that. That's crazy. It's kind of scary. It feels like this building's gonna like collapse on top of me, honestly. Yeah, this is how they used to store stuff. There's old wooden barrels there. Yeah, they definitely have like festivals this weekend for sure. Like starting to bust out with all the beer, and yeah, just a lot of people around right now. I wish I had more time here. I didn't really plan it. I think I'm just like making. I'm just trying to like make my train tomorrow morning. I leave at 8 a.m. So kind of have to rest. Rest. Oh, cool. There's like a this pillar has like a map of what I think this area used to look like. Bergen in Bergen. So here you could see like where the Hanseatic League had offices throughout the different places. So you got London, Riga, Bremen, Brugge, which is here, and what else? Hamburg, which I was there earlier. So yeah, this is where the money was made there. But from that church spire all the way to that tower there, this is the main trade zone. And I guess tour guide was saying this all actually is reclaimed land too. So the waterfront used to be like all the way up there where the hill starts, and so they just kind of like piled a bunch of stuff in here. And she said they didn't do a very good job, so all the buildings in there are kind of off kilter too. So, but it's a UNESCO heritage site, so they do their best they can to maintain it. You know. Oh, there's so many young people. All right, so I'm gonna see how a Norwegian hot dog stacks up to Danish hot dog and Icelandic hot dog. It's supposed to be the best place in the country, so let's give it a go. Look at these guys are waiting for their fair share. Look at them. Uh-oh, someone's getting a little snack in already. I can see them cooking the sausages here. All right, so I'm having the most typical type of sausage here. This is the most basic one, so I could give a baseline comparison to the other ones. They look pretty similar. The reindeer ones are way more. This one is only like $4 or like 4 to 5. The other ones cost double that. So this is what you'd get. Like it's just like a basic hot dog here. Also, they give you this free juice, so that's pretty sweet. Honestly, Norway, I think you might have won the competition just as basic dog. I haven't even tried the reindeer one yet, so just with this alone, the basic one is probably, I would say, it's definitely out of the three I've tried so far, it's definitely number one. These birds are like they're really agile. They could actually catch the bread in midair. They kind of look like little trolls. This is kind of creepy. I think this is maybe where the trolls came from. They're cool birds though. Pigeon, get away. Yeah, I'm tempted to line up again, but to get the reindeer dog. That one's about $10. It's massive though. I don't know. I think I might get sick if I eat it all. Probably not the best thing. I'll have to say that for next time. But their ordinary dog is perfect, and it's probably like all I should really get, anyways. I don't know. And the juice that they have there, it's like free too. So I'm just asking for it, and they'll give you like a little cup of that like sweet juice. I think it's made out of like local raspberries. It's pretty nice. But yeah, if you get a chance to come to Bergen, definitely give this place a try. It's cool that they have like an electronic sign showing when your bus is coming. I don't know if it's showing up in the video. Yeah, mine's coming in like 4 minutes.
God, I'm like struggling to catch a stupid bus. Like they closed down the road where the bus stop I was sitting at or waiting for it out. So just like waiting. No buses. All the wrong buses came, and then all of a sudden no buses came. So, well, I caught this bus yesterday, so I'm like, it's got to be here again. So, hopefully, I don't know. It says 10 minutes, so.
All right, so I'm going to call this an end to my walking tour of Bergen today, making my way back to the hostel. And yeah, I got to like see a lot of the city, learn a little bit about this part of Norway, and definitely makes me really want to come back and check this place out and spend more time in the museums, art museums, music. I definitely want to study up on like some of the music because it sounds like a lot of like the musical heritage of this country was from this area. So yeah, I guess Bergen is on my comeback list for sure.